So you've experienced the collapse, the crisis that is actually the initiation into the truth of who you are. When you're stripped of everything, when everything falls away, crumbles, it burns to ashes, you are the phoenix that rises from those ashes. The truth of who you are. When you've experienced all of that and are now experiencing others go through their initiation, others on their transformational journey, others who are reaching out to you in the midst of their collapse, in the midst of their crisis, what do? This is more advanced. This is more nuanced than some of the earlier stages that I've spoke about, that I've shared. And when someone is in that crisis, in the midst of that collapse, they're resisting surrender. What do? Well, it's no coincidence that people are reaching out to you that are going through this crisis, the collapse. Could be their relationship falling apart, a divorce. Could be their business failing, crumbling, bankruptcy. Could be some form of relocation, a natural disaster to their home. They have to move and relocate. Could be a health crisis. And what do to support one who's going through this crisis, this collapse? And it's very obvious when you see it clearly. It's not so much about them. It may appear that way because of all the focus is on them with their story and what's going on. But if you shift the focus to you, that it's actually about you no longer collapsing. It's about you standing in the structure that you've rebuilt in truth. It's about being the structure, the support, the security that they are seeking. It's no coincidence that they're reaching out to you in these times of crisis, when everything is collapsing, crumbling. Sure, you can see it more clearly than they can. You're sort of on the other side. You can see you've been through it. You've had your whole life fall apart. And in that falling apart, you realize the truth of who you are. And through the integration, through that transformational journey, you see that it didn't just fall apart, that it actually fell together. And you're living as the wholeness of who you truly are and experiencing the fullness of life. So these times when people reach out, in times of crisis, when they're going through this collapse, what they don't need you to do is to collapse with them. This is about standing as truth. This is about being the structure, being the support, but not how you may interpret that word, being the support. Oh, and then you have to really be there for them. So then you overextend yourself. You lower your standards. You get caught up in overperformance, overfunctioning, overcompensation. This is not it. Actually, that's the old pattern coming in. The overcompensation is the old pattern. The overperformance, trying to be compassionate, just offering your helping hand. You're no good to one in that collapse, when they're experiencing that collapse, if you collapse. So like I said, is instead of focusing on them, you focus on you. You see that actually this is just another way you're being tested. Seeing how strong your foundation of truth is. Seeing how strong your structure is. Can you contain one through their crisis? Can you hold one through their own collapse? And you see, if you can't hold one through their crisis, through their transformational journey, you're no use to them. This is really testing your containment, your boundaries, your stability, your structure, your order. In a lot of ways, this is really the integration phase of the divine masculine. You're no longer being passive, but you're not overperforming. You're not overcompensating. You're not being cold, but you're no longer collapsing, folding under pressure. You're no longer leaky. And you see, if you can't hold your power by embodying your true nature in these moments, then you see that you actually enable one suffering as they're going through this. They're not looking for you to validate and enable their story. They're looking for you to stand as truth, the truth that's beyond the story. And they can feel it. They can sense it. They won't have the words for it, but they can feel something deeper in you. Something deeper in you that is providing a sense of safety and stability and security. They can feel it. Something deeper is resonating with them. They can feel that you have gone through this transformation yourself. They can feel how you have walked through the fire. And purified yourself. you've been initiated yourself, and that's why they're coming to you. It may just seem like an old friend, a coincidence, someone that you just bump into. But once you start really seeing the pattern with clarity, you see how there's this common thread that people are reaching out to you in this point of their life when they're experiencing crisis, the relationship, the breakup, the losing all their money, the business failing, the health crisis. You see that they're reaching out to you when everything is falling apart. And it's for you to really stand as truth. So really, this is testing your integration. This is really for you to embody the truth in this moment, because that's the only thing that truly is going to help one. It's about you standing as truth in this moment, to not fold, not collapse, not enable them. And it's very obvious because that's what they long for. They long for the truth, and by you simply not being fractured, not being leaky, not pretending, not diluting your power, not dimming your light. In that moment, you actually mirror their true self. You reveal, sort of say, what they truly are, their true nature. You reflect that because you're embodying the truth. But when you collapse, when you fold, when you slip back into the pattern of distortion, then you see you become a mirror that's not clear. And you sort of collude with them, enable them in their suffering. So that stability of the structure that they feel is actually the structure you are standing as, the truth you are standing as. That's the stability that they sense. That's the security. That's the safety that they sense. It's sort of like a refuge that they find in their storm. And unknowingly, they actually are finding themselves in you when you are not collapsing, when you are not folding, when you are not distorted and fragmented. So it's not really about what do you need to do. It's more of what do you need to stop doing, to stop leaking, to stop distorting, to stop fragmenting, to stop the passivity, to stop the people pleasing, to stop being the nice guy or the nice girl. The more you can simply stand as truth, the more effective you are in helping others through their transformational journey. You are simply standing as truth, and by standing as truth, they come to realize the truth that they are. You become a mirror that reflects them, the truth of who they are. And that is the greatest service that you can provide them in their transformational journey. So if you're ready to integrate and you're ready to embody the truth of who you truly are and stand as it in serving others through their transformational journey, then I invite you to join me in living truth.